Godzilla 90.
Oh yeah, I feel an addiction coming on. Yo, what is up? It is your boy, Kakazu's Media. And welcome to my second Godzilla fig unboxing video here on the channel. Hope you guys are having a good Friday whenever you're watching this, or whenever you're watching this. This is going to be a first on the channel for the specific reason that it's an SH MonsterArts fig. For those unfamiliar with these brand of figurines, first of all, from my experience, they can be articulated. None of them are just posable, like that first Godzilla figure that I got from Hiya Toys, which was considered a stylist series, meaning you can't articulate it, it just looks cool and poses. This guy was not cheap.
You what?
Yeah. I traded in some stuff. Best believe I did not pay that much money. I think online it averages $130, $135 online, and that's still crazy. I paid $60 for this at the collector's marketplace here in Phoenix. One of the few reasons I'll deal with them when they're overcharging ass prices like this one, which is like $20, $30 over asking price. I'll be the first to tell you this figure is not worth $130 or the $160, but if you got it, you will not be disappointed. It stands at about 6 inches tall. It is made out of PVC plastic, very high quality material, and it was sculpted by a famous sculptor named Yuji Sakai, and then his initials are actually on the bottom of his foot. This is brand new. This is one of the newest SH MonsterArts figs on the market right now, 2026. This Godzilla specifically is from Godzilla vs. Biollante. This is considered the Movie Graphics Plus series, hence the movie graphic that you're seeing there, resembling the movie poster when the movie first got announced in theaters. This lineup of Godzilla figures specifically prioritize Godzilla and Godzilla-like monsters, like Mechagodzilla only. None of the other monsters seem to be getting this treatment. According to my understanding, the Movie Graphics Plus series are for people who missed out on getting the original figure of the Godzillas in question. This is the third interpretation of this specific Godzilla, and apparently the best one according to my research, so I lucked out. I was going to be exclusively Hiya Toys before I realized the power of trading in things I don't need, and honestly some of their prices aren't that bad depending on what it is, this not being one of them. But there he is, out of the box, fresh. It articulates pretty decent. It's not the greatest, but given his build, is what you would expect from a Godzilla build like this. I really love the detail. If I'm not mistaken, Yuji Sakai worked closely with Toho and the movie production crew of this Godzilla franchise to bring these figures to life. It's kind of why they're overpriced low-key, is because they're replicating the movie quality of these figures, or the movie suits even. The articulation in the tail is kind of it could be more, and that's because you see how his tail is curving in the poster. I couldn't get his tail to do that like you saw in the beginning of the video. That was the best I could do to replicate the movie poster. His arms and his legs are pretty decent. His neck area is a little stiff though. He can only look up so high, but he can look down pretty decently. Mouth is pretty good as well. I just want to go ahead and get in front of those things before we get into them. I will have an articulation video, but this is just me taking it out of the box and taking in this crazy ass detail. If you're new to the channel where curiosity gets the best of me, my name is Kakazu's Media. I collect Godzillas, I collect Gundams, I collect model kits. I do gaming, I do reaction videos. I'm all over the place, hence the media. I think I'm in love with SH MonsterArts. That's going to be the detail right there. I'm actually going to show you some of the articulation detail. As I said before, focusing on the detail, with a little bit of neck articulation in there. It's a little stiff as you can see. The mouth is pretty good. I like the detail in the teeth and the tongue. And then it has pretty good, it's not loose either, the jaw, you know, it doesn't feel cheap. This feels quality, like feels like you get what you paid for. Again, SH MonsterArts is a new standard figure series that incorporates the Tamashii Nations, if you're familiar with those brand of figures. Action figure art under the theme pursuing character expression through monster action. And then the movie that this Godzilla is based off on is from Godzilla vs. Biollante from 1989. It was the 17th film in the Godzilla series, directed by Kazuki Amori, the first director of the series. And it takes place 5 years after Godzilla overruns Tokyo. The government asks Dr. Shiragami to research anti-nuclear energy bacteria to control nuclear power in preparation for Godzilla's renewed activity in Mount Mihara. However, Dr. Shiragami creates Biollante by fusing Godzilla cells with the roses in which his late daughter's cells were implanted. At the time, Godzilla finally awakens and the fierce battle between Godzilla and Biollante begins. It has super action, which is dynamic poses made possible with SH MonsterArts' wide range of articulation, quote unquote, like you're seeing there in the back. And it's articulation, like I said, here it is. And then taking the detail in the dorsal fins, like, I can't stress it enough, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, these dorsal fins look good. You understand? I don't know what the dealio is, but I like it. They cooked. They cooked. Super modeling, sculpted by Yuji Sakai, capturing a high quality form and silhouette. And then you got the figure in the poster art. Godzilla 1989 includes a poster art, a special edition to display with the poster and relive the excitement of the time. I think that's all there is information-wise on these guys. Man, I don't know how we go from this to some of the things I've seen. I've seen a pretty ugly Godzilla 2014 model done by them that could be articulated that I would have thought you would have got that at Walmart. I actually saw a Godzilla -1 figure from them for $65, but it looked pretty off-brand. But those are going to be the paint job on the claws, really amazing detail by Yuji. I can't believe a human being did this. So awesome. Bro's got his nails on fleek. He does look kind of cross-eyed, but he's still my king. And then there's Yuji's signature right there. And then of course, let you know it's an official Toho figure. Trying to get you some detail on the legs here. If my camera will focus. Come on. There you go. I got the flash on it too, that's crazy. I just can't get past this detail. Like, literally, I grew up watching this Godzilla. It's my favorite Godzilla iteration down there, if I'm gonna be honest. You fought some of my favorite villains: Destroyer, Space Godzilla, King Ghidorah. And then we go to the toenails, also on fleek, and then I'm showing you the ankle and feet articulation as well. Not too bad, not too bad. I wonder if he needs the hot water treatment that people keep talking about. And then there goes the dorsal plates. Like, dude, you have to see it to believe it. Seeing it in the video does not do this figure justice. You understand? Like, I still can't believe I own this thing. Like, I look at it and I go, this is real. This is a real high quality fig that I own now. I highly recommend it to anyone that has it like that, or they're just passionate about Godzilla. That's just me. Showing off the tail articulation, like I said before, it could be better. Apparently Hiya Toys' Godzilla has better tail articulation. I wouldn't dare get two of the same Godzillas from two different companies without a catch. Unless I have money to just buy the same exact Godzilla, I'm not doing that. But there's a pretty high chance I'll get the Atomic Breath Hiya Toys edition of this guy. And then we could do a Hiya Toys 89 versus Toho SH MonsterArts 89 comparison. If you guys are a fan of all things Godzilla and Kaijus, leave a like and subscribe on the channel. I'm dipping my toes into this because it's not the cheapest hobby, obviously. But Hiya Toys seems to have some pretty fair prices, but the last one I got was King Ghidorah and that was $110. And then the first one was a gift, so it doesn't really count. It's something I had to get. Our first two Godzilla figs are $100+, so I'm hoping to get my hands on some of the cheaper ones under 100. But yeah, love this guy. I highly recommend him to anyone who doesn't have this SH MonsterArts Godzilla yet. If you have the previous two, probably not, given their cost. Funny thing is, when I went in and got this, I saw the previous one without the movie poster for $200+, bro. I don't know what they were drinking. That's kind of why they're hit or miss. One more time, the dorsal plates. I'm sorry. They look so good. They don't feel cheap either. Like, it feels like if you drop this guy, he's gonna be okay. Alright, now for some spinning display shots. I tell you, this man got some thick thighs. This man got some thick thighs. I forgot how thick this Godzilla was. I can't wait to get more figs. And then I can get them to articulate against each other. But that is me trying to emulate the movie poster pose on the spinning display this time, so you can have a full 180 shot of what he looks like in that pose. And again, the tail, man, it's so stiff. But they put so much detail in this damn guy, I'll forgive it. Look at that, man. This is what 130 to 160 gets you from SH Arts, I guess. Hey, Toys can replicate this for $55, but hey, you got it. Again, it's worth it. I got lucky and got this bad boy for 60 Vortex. Again, pedicure on fleek. King gotta make sure his toes and his nails is done before he terrorizes the island of Tokyo. I'm also getting used to this feature on the iPhone camera, so I'm using, keeps going in and out like grainy like that. It's because I'm trying to get it to focus on Godzilla and blur the background. But sometimes the focus gets a little, but I think it's worth it when I can get shots like this. Still can't believe I did all this on the iPhone. iPhone 15 Pro. Might have to get like an actual photography camera. And I also recently got some diorama trees. I will be investing in diorama things more, so I can give you guys some more cool dynamic shots and scenery. And I think even just having the trees around Godzilla already just shows off his scale. And this is like his marching pose. There we go. I don't know what was going on with that damn green. That's what I was talking about. It's weird. It's like if I hold the phone too close to the figure, it does that. But if I move back far enough, you'll see it lock in like it just did. So I'm trying to get used to using this focus mode and using the zoom feature, as you see me now putting to use. I'm finally getting, oh yeah, I can just zoom in and out with my phone. I don't have to physically move my phone close and far, which ruins the shots like you've been seeing. And now we're going to take them outside, of course. You can have some more green in the background to make the trees pop out. I really like these. I got these at Hobby Lobby for $8 for those interested. They have a whole bunch of stuff, and I still can't believe how cheap they are. I might have to go back and get more soon. And then here's his marching pose again, this time on the spinning display, and then we got some beautiful sunlight shots that we're going to look at here so we can take in all the detail. And I do believe that he's a tint darker than his other iterations, because this version of Godzilla is from the final battle versus Biollante, and during that final battle it was at night. So he has a lot of darkness to him and a lot of gleam from the water and the lighting from the army and the military and the helicopter news crew. Documenting the fight and instigating it. I love this guy, man. I love this guy a lot. Finally. I don't know why the camera does that, man. Like I said, if you move the camera too close or too far, it just starts tweaking out. But one more zoom in on the dorsal plates, because again, it's probably my favorite part of the whole kit. Not kit, I'm so used to model kits. My favorite part of this whole figure is easily the dorsal plates. They just look perfect. It looks perfect. I watched Godzilla vs. Destroyer the other day and it looked just like him. After you guys get done taking in these beautiful shots of Godzilla outside basking in the sun, we're going to move on to some size comparisons. Again, if you guys were enjoying the video, like and subscribe for more reviews of model kits and figurines. Size comparisons. Real Grey Shining Gundam, 1/44 scale, next to the Godzilla. Next, we got the Ver-Ka, a new Gundam. Took him off his action base for the first time along with the Sazabi, which I won't be using the Sazabi, but just saying. Another master grade for reference, the Barbatos Lupus. 1/100 scale kits right next to the 6-inch Godzilla. Next, we have Godzilla, the Stylist Haya figure, next to SH MonsterArts 89 Godzilla. And then we have our first posable Godzilla figure, King Ghidorah 2.0 from Haya Toys, next to SH MonsterArts Godzilla 89. Alright, final verdict. This is a little different, of course, kind of like the King Ghidorah 2.0 video. Since there wasn't really much of a build to review or go into, really just a matter of, you know, how good is it at articulating, how good is it at maintaining the poses once it's articulated, how stiff is it, you know, the quality, the durability. I would definitely have to give this guy Zeus tier. Like, there's no doubt on mine, this is a Zeus tier kit. If you disagree, I'm sorry. You don't know what quality is if you don't think that this is a good figure. Overpriced, yes. Quality, definitely. I've always wanted one of these, man. I never thought that I would own an SH MonsterArts fig. Haya Toys seem more attainable than SH Arts, which is funny because I got the Master Grade Extreme, and that costs about as much as an average SH Arts fig, so you'll probably see more SH Arts on the channel, mostly Haya, because they're more affordable, but I will definitely be looking out for these movie poster figures. I want the Shin Godzilla one, but they want $190 for that guy. Doesn't even come with effect parts either. That's the crazy thing. He just has translucent spikes, and his tail's blowing up in the mouth for the atomic breath scene, but that's about it. That doesn't warrant over $150. That's just me. But I would have to give the quality 10 out of 10. Articulation, I would have to give it a 7 out of 10, just because of the limitedness behind his back and waist. You can't really turn him side to side. I can only make him look up and down so much. A little stiff in the neck area, tail stiff as well. Based on the things that I've seen with Haya Toys, you can have the guys like balancing on their tails. I've seen some people do, but I don't think I can do that with him. He's that coordinated. I'm gonna be careful. Yeah, nah. Durability 10 out of 10 because I've already dropped him and he's perfectly fine. And I don't think there's anything else I'm missing, is there? Ah, yeah, durability 10 out of 10, detail 10 out of 10, articulation 7 out of 10. We don't really go into the build. That's pretty much all there is to it. My pros are gonna be the dorsal spikes or the dorsal fins, the detail and texture of the figure. The paint job is pretty solid as well, and the movie poster was a nice little bonus. My con is going to be the lack of accessories. I do wish we would have got swappable hands. An atomic breath would have been nice, and that's pretty much it. You know, wish we had more accessories. I wish we had swappable hands. Well, no, that wasn't accessories. Yeah, I just wish we had more accessories for the guy. It's pretty much my biggest gripe. Just figure and the poster. But if you guys haven't already subscribed, make sure y'all do that. And we're actually wrapping up our review for the Gundam Death Scythe. Should have that review live sometime tomorrow. Hopefully earlier than later, unlike this one. Because I'm actively decaling it right now. There's not much to panel on. I'm almost done putting the stickers on. All I have to do is the battery wings, the legs, and the waist. And then after that, we move on to water sticker decals, and then it's articulating, posing, photography shots, baby. And that's gonna be probably a later upload for that reason, depending on how hot it is. It's Arizona. And sometimes I'll go out there and I take one video and I feel like I've been out there for 15 minutes and I've been out there for not even 5 minutes. Arizona summer heat is different. But until next time, y'all, curiosity gets the best of me. This is my Godzilla 89 SH Arts. SH MonsterArts. I don't know why I always want to say SH Arts. SH MonsterArts Godzilla 89 review. And for more, like and subscribe. Until next time, take it easy, stay hydrated. Peace.